I got to tell you, this was wonderful. This is our buddy Rich Sommer, one of my favorite people in the world. You know that. Mm-hmm. So I was having lunch with friend of the show, Peter Pardini, before all this went down. And I mentioned on the show that Peter then he gave me the new Chicago coffee table book that's supposed to be sold at the concerts, and we'll see if that happens this summer. But the book is great. And so I had lunch with Peter. And then because I had lunch and I was a gentleman, I didn't look at my phone. And so then I got to my car and looked and had about 12 emails. I was like, oh, shit, I better I'm sorry, not emails, texts.
Yeah.
So to me, that seemed like maybe a little more urgent. So I was sitting in my car and dealing with my phone. Did I tell you this already?
No.
So I'm dealing with my phone, and I don't want to use my phone. Here, I'll use this Lysol wipe. So this is my phone, right? So I'm behind the steering wheel, and I'm texting, typing, and doing it all. And then I look over, and there's a face in my passenger window, and I'm not kidding. I went, no! It was legit, scared the shit out of me. And then all Rich said was, for a minute, minimum minute, for a solid minute.
Solid minute. I stood in that window, waiting for you to look at me.
It scared the hell out of me.
That's hilarious.
And then this was before we were told to stay 6 feet away from each other. We had a nice conversation.
Yep.
Little reunion.
Yeah.
Well, and as I told you that day, that was a parking lot of a bunch of businesses that I almost never, ever attend. I just don't make it over there very often. And as I got out of my car, I was treating myself. I was a little stressed out. Things were starting to build up out in the world. And I said, I'm going to get myself a little ice cream. I went over to this little ice cream place. And as I was walking there, I saw
You're
a restaurant.
talking about Baskin Robbins, Rich?
Yeah, I am. But look, I'm trying not to. I don't want to,
pin
down where you eat lunch.
But you're trying to act like you go to a boutique ice cream shop.
Oh, no, this was not a boot. No, this was one of the 31. Mm-hmm. So as I'm walking over to Baskin Robbins, I passed this restaurant where the only time I had been to that restaurant was with Jimmy Pardo. But and it wasn't that we intended to meet there. I had gone to this place again. I'd gone to this same parking lot, had seen you at this restaurant, and I thought, and I ended up sitting with you that time for an hour or so. Well, this time I thought to myself as I walked by the restaurant, I wonder. That's so funny. What if Jimmy was here right now? And I sort of glanced in the restaurant and then just went and got my ice cream. And I was eating my ice cream and walked out to the parking lot. I got in my car and started it and glanced at the car to my left. And there was Mr. Pardo on his phone. And I was just like, what the hell are the chances? It was we were parked in parking spots next to each other at this place that I truly don't think I've been in that parking lot since I ran into you 4 years ago in that parking lot.
Isn't that, and then we did I Columboed this. And when he says he poked his head into the restaurant, it was literally the one time I went to the restroom. And so when he poked his head in, he's like, "Oh, Jimmy's not here."
That's crazy.
And but I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird.
Very weird.
Almost a misconnection, but then the parking lot solved it.
Parking lot solved it. Yeah,
a made connection.
I had nothing to add to that conversation, but that sentence. But I felt the need to hear my own voice.
But it did. You were legitimately terrified.
Oh, it was. It was.
I believe it. That's like a horror
the moment
movie.
You said something like, "That was about 10% for comedy, 90% true terror."
It was. There's no question. Like my heart was pounding. Like it scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
And luckily, it was just the friendly face of friend of show, Rich Sommer, friend in the real world, Rich Sommer.
Yeah, that's right.
There are friends of show that I don't think I'd spend a fucking second with outside if there weren't microphones in front of us.
Your choice or theirs?
Mine. It's always mine. How often do we hang out?
Never.
Yeah, there's your answer.
Is it?
Oh, you think you run that show? You think you run that show?
I guess everybody wins if you both think you're the ones choosing to not see each other outside of the show.
To hear the whole conversation, subscribe for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, or visit nevernotfunny.com.